Everyone making the 100 days of making comics challenge wants to live off of making comics. But how many actually make it? Hello, I'm MG and I want to start the 100 days of making comics challenge today. If you don't know what it is, Kevin Cross, a famous YouTuber around here in this community, wanted to make his own projects. He already made it as a full-time illustrator, as most of the guys of this challenge, but he was not taking care of his own dream, his own comic. So he decided to take half an hour off every day. It didn't matter what happened, to work on his comic. And it worked for him, which was awesome. So most people making the 100 days of making comics challenge, if you don't know, are usually grown-ups, really grown-ups. They have families, so it's a very big challenge because they have babies and a family to feed. They are responsible for that family. They have full-time jobs. They do not have much freedom, and they have a really an advantage. They practice drawing every day because most of them have earned their lives as illustrators. So at least they get that thing going on, that most of them are full-time illustrators, so that's really cool. But they are not working in their personal dreams because of all this stuff they have to deal with. And I realized that I have an advantage, and me and many youngsters or even younger people than me are not taking advantage of our position. My situation: I'm a university student, I only have a part-time job, and I am on vacation right now. I also have my boyfriend, my friends, my family, the normal stuff. So why haven't I really put myself to publish my comic or videos in this channel? That's a really good question, because if you ask me, I think I have more discipline than most people my age, but I realized, number one, that isn't enough. Number two, I'm terrible at saying no to people. Every time someone needs me, I have to say yes. I don't know why. Well, I really think most of the times they are right. So I'm not really doing what I have to do, and that's just pissing me off because days go by and I'm still not publishing any videos on this channel or working on my comic. So I decided that I'm going to make the 100 days of making challenge of making comics, but with like a twist. On summer break, which I am right now on summer break, I'm going to work 2.5 hours a day on my comic and 2.5 hours a day on my business. Business means like editing YouTube videos, whatever, or practicing more art, or continuing something that I really need to finish for my comic, anything. I will establish that later. As soon as I go to class, however, I have to put more attention to my class. So I'm going to do 1 hour a day for my comic and 1 hour a day for my business. And it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if people need me, especially my family. They want to watch movies every day or things like that. It doesn't matter. I'm going to work on this thing the amount of time I am promising right now that I'm going to do, because if not, I will never do it. And I really want to live off of making comics. I want to build an empire of comics one day. I have a very interesting childhood. When I was little, I read all the time and made comics all the time. So I have around 40 original stories waiting to be used or taken advantage of. Of course, not all of it, because I was writing them as I was little or as a teenager, and I never really left comics completely aside. But as I grow older, I start having less and less time to make my comic. So I really I sound so corny. So I really wanted to do this. It's something I love, it's something that makes me happy and makes me feel proud of myself, so I'm going to do it. I should probably add as well that this is going to be the first time that I actually publish a comic. Like, my comics were read by my family and my sisters and they like them, but of course they are your family, so this is the first time that I'm really publishing a comic. Then that's awesome and nerve-wracking, because maybe, so even though I have made many comics in the past, maybe I'm trash and I have to learn from that. I need harsh feedback and to see if people are actually interested. I already have a little of the story started or of the comic, and I'm going to show you if you subscribe on that red button over there and you want to follow me on my journey of these 100 days of making comics. I do not know how to talk. Of making comics challenge. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see more videos about comics, about my journey, and about writing stories and creating the life you want in general. And give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Bye.